of Leah, I just heard somebody said it.
Yeah.
We don't actually even need to go there, but if it's okay, you want to go to that's we can do it.
Because those like Cebu Leah and Tops, for example, those are like must goes. Like tourists often go there.
Okay. Yeah. Philippines is very famous for the natural beauty, right? So the nature, waterfalls, things like that. And I kind of like that. When I was teaching in Jujian, Jujian is very famous for they have this mountain there, right? And the university was just beside the mountain. So every weekend, every Saturday, I didn't have classes on Saturday, right? So I kind of go to the walk in the mountain. And I was just there for almost 1 year. So I kind of get to know the mountain very, very well. All the trails, all the waterfalls, everything. I was even in better shape because I was walking every day. I mean, every weekend.
Well, there's also some trails here, but it's kind of far from the city. Like, probably a 2-3 hour ride.
And the good thing about that is because the university was just beside the mountain, I didn't even have to take a bus. And for the purpose that I was going there is for walking. So I kind of free, right? I didn't have to take a bus.
After this, we'll go down to the city, and maybe we can go some like museums and historical places.
Okay. Yesterday, by the end of the day, I noticed in the Sunday there's I can't even show. There's for the activity, and I thought it was in the chapel, but it wasn't. It was at the Institute of Religion. This one here, I don't know if you saw this in the chapel. So this is the whole week here, right? So for example, yesterday was supposed to be family home evening.
Yeah.
But and then I went to the temple, the chapel in the temple, and then they told me, oh, it's not here, it's in the downtown. And then I was about to go to downtown, and then the sister who told me that was in downtown, he kind of met the institute religious responsible or principal. Oh, it's gonna be here. So and then I didn't go there, and then in the end, it was there, and I didn't go. so I missed that. Yeah.
Is that for institute students?
Yes, probably so. Yes.
Because
I'm probably not allowed to go, right? Because I'm not the age anymore.
I think it's open to all students. That's okay if you.
Yes, like yesterday, for example. Yesterday I watched one of the classes that I watched was for the Relief Society. I guess. Yeah, it was instead of being in a hotel alone doing nothing there, I kind of spent the whole day in the church. It was nice, making friends, talking to people. It's kind of I was needed that for a long time. Yeah, that's a good question, because she was the one getting divorced and she was the one moving out of the country. So I needed to sign up for the kids to go out. And I wasn't going to do that because she was the one who was getting out, right?
Yeah.
So I said, well, you can go, but the kids will stay. But then at the same time, I was praying for what's the best for the kids.
Yeah, right.
So it's not only about me.
I'll go check some
Okay.
map, and then.
So okay. All right.
So yeah.
But even though I was praying for this, do you know when you want to receive an answer, the Heavenly Father would say to you, "No, you don't have to sign for her. The kids go with her," because this is the answer I wanted, right? I don't want to lose my kids, right?
Yeah, right.
But I kind of struggling with receiving this answer, maybe because I wanted so much not to let them go.
Mm-mm.
And then this is when my mom also received an answer, and she one day went to talk to me. I need to talk to you about something. I know you're asking Heavenly Father about the kids, and because you don't want them to go, it's kind of hard for you to recognize the answer. And so the Lord talked to me as well. And then she said, small kids are better with their moms. You should let them go. This was the hardest decision for me, but I signed up for let them go with her.
Wow.
But it was now it's 10 years later, right? So I was afraid that my kids will forget me. I lose contact, having a fear that it would happen, but it didn't happen. So I talk to my kids every weekend. For example, right now my kid's doing a mission in New York. He's only allowed to call parents, so he called her and called me every week, right? So that wasn't a really bad decision. I couldn't know that, right? So the Lord knows everything, so he kind of, I think it was the best. But it was really hard for me to let them go.
Must be really hard for that decision. But wow, that shows how much you love your kids.
And yes, we didn't lose contact. So I kind of, as she promised that she would send them to Brazil, and she promised more. She did less, but it's still okay. So it's hard, right? So because it is expensive to see them, right? So it's a travel. So, but I've been there a few times to the United States. They've been back to Brazil a few times as well. But if I stay in Brazil, I would not be seeing my kids or staying with my kids. That's why I had the idea of going abroad again, right? So I tried to work on that plan, and then I end up going to China.
The Lord is really mindful in all our decisions or worries, and I guess He really led you to where you are now.
Yes.
So you haven't thought about engaging with someone else also?
Yes, I thought about it. Just after a divorce, a few years after, I still have the mindset of I'm not gonna marry again. I was depressed, like I told you, right? So I thought, it's done for me. But as soon as I got better, right? So I kind of maybe if I find the right person. But in China, it's kind of hard, right? People, it's not because for example, people there, most of the people are atheists. They don't even have the same core beliefs. It's kind of hard, right? For a person like me, right? So we know the gospel. We know that if you want to go to the best place, whatever, you need to marry in the temple and you do the right things, right? I was grown up in the church, so I kind of I would not marry except in the temple. And then in China, it's almost impossible, right? But I kind of almost had a girlfriend in China. She graduated from university and she went to the United States to do an au pair job. Do you know what au pair job is? When you live with a family, helping with the kids, right? And but they were Christian, and she kind of go to the church with them, and she was even baptized as a Christian. So she becomes a Christian, and she went back to China. She was very good in English because she lives there in 2 years in the United States, and she was a Christian. And then I start talking to her. We have a lot of things in common. I start teaching her the gospel because you're not allowed to do that, right, in China. So when you go to the church meetings, many times before the sacrament meeting, the bishop read a letter. We should not preach, distribute pamphlets, or talk about the church with any Chinese, because this is the agreement of the church with the government. right? So, and the church want to keep a good standing with the government, because if we lose the good standing, maybe they will
We'll lose all the chance at
all the branches, the
Yeah.
authorizations for the branch and everything over there, right? But this case was different, right? She was maybe gonna be my girlfriend. That's the only person was kind of a right. And then, but I talked to her 8 months online because she was not in my city, right? And we were making plans. I was trying to find a job in her city, but then something happened. And we stopped talking. That city that I am right now, I am because of her. Because I wanted to go to her city, but I couldn't find a job there. And I asked her, "What's the best second option?" And then she told me the city that I am right now.
Oh.
I found a job in that city. Okay, now I am the best second option. And then she said, "Well, when I visit my parents, I will visit you." But she never did, so I never ended up talking to her. But that's the only one, right? And that's because she was a Christian.
That's I mean, it's hard to find someone who.
Yes, when a country has no I feel like China would be easier to find a job than any other country. For example, Japan, they also have this mandatory, you have to be a native speaker. Koreans, the same thing. A few countries here, they require you to be a native speaker, right? And China is the biggest one. When I went there, the economy wasn't even better, because now the economy is in downturn, right?
Exactly.
But biggest country, the economy was better, it was easier to find a job there. And then when I start talking, maybe I should keep trying to find a job in any other country, because only China doesn't have the church.
It's still rerouting. So we're both first timers.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
I think we missed the. I see. Okay, so I think I missed the turn.
You have to go back a little.
Yeah. That's the beauty of being two first timers going out.
For example, this one is kind of, I put it here in the pocket, right?
mm.
And I go recording everything, but then so there's a lot of things in YouTube, but not edited. So nobody's watching anything. I mean, if you want people or two people watching, maybe my kids only. Okay, let's.
Can take a picture here.
Hmm?
Do you want?
Yeah, you can hold it. Okay.
Wanna stand here and I'll take you a picture.
Oh, okay. Is that somebody famous here? No.
Someone is like really rich because their family is rich. They decided just to make a bronze statue of their mother and then made it open for the public.
Okay.
At first I thought it was like a deity here when I read that. Just a moment.
Yeah. Michael Jackson here.
she's I guess she's pretty rich
Yes.
to get closer.
Yeah. because we're traveling, right? So we cannot carry so much luggage, right? And I find out the only thing that does not take space is pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not heavy and doesn't take space. You can only buy a card, right? You can store thousands of pictures.
That's true.
So, for example, a lot of students give me gifts, books, and I have to leave it when I travel to another city because I have been in 6 different cities in China.
Yeah.
Every time they transfer me to another university, I have to leave a lot of stuff because I cannot carry them. So I invest a little bit in a better camera, right? And things like that, and then I take a picture of everything, and then I leave all the stuff behind. But indeed, there's really rich people, right? A lot of stuff like.
I think one of their granddaughter is an actress in
Oh.
Philippines. She's a celebrity.
Oh,
She had an interview and she said, "Well, this temple of Leah is just a storage for their
there's
their
stuff.
Yeah, so now I can see. Okay, these are just
Yeah.
excess. Like, and then they decided to open it for the public. That guard said there's a nice place just straight from here. It's called Little Kyoto. So I'll try to.
Okay. Do they have a second floor?
There's a lot of like this in China, like Buddha.
Yes,
Or like
yeah.
something.
Yeah. Yes, it looks a lot of Chinese temples have those kind of pictures like that.
You recognize
Mm.
all this?
Yeah. Oh, this side too.
That's the grasshopper. La última cena. You notice this, like,
Yes.
that's a like baby Jesus that they like.
What?
This
Where?
is Santo Niño, the one that in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of popular here in Cebu. Like the baby Jesus, the Santo Niño. There's actually a festival for that, and it's quite a big festival here.
Oh, okay.
Santo Niño. So they'll put some roof on there and like a bus stop. So these buses won't be here. They'll be on the center. And that way it's easier.
Faster, easier.
Because right now the private and public buses are mixed.
So those jeepneys, they're private, right? Usually the owner of the jeepney is driving, right?
Yeah. The owner, they're the one who's driving is like renting.
Oh, they're renting. Okay.
They have like boundaries to give to the owner. So usually, like, for example, like 1,200 pesos is the rent. So you need to drive all day to get 1,200 pesos, and the rest of your
is theirs.
It's yours. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Did you have any problem? For example, here they speak Cebuano. They tell me it's different than the normal language Tagalog.
Yeah. So I'm from, we speak Cebuano also.
Okay.
So it's not a problem for me too.
But people from outside, when they come here, they have a hard time?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but we as Cebuano, we understand Tagalog very much. So it's not a problem for us if they speak Tagalog.
Okay.
We can speak Tagalog with them also.
Okay.
So because our national television, of course the government is all in Tagalog, so you kind of learn that language. But there's a lot of languages here in the Philippines, so
Yeah, I was kind of intrigued in the church because all the lessons and even the speakers in the Sacramento meeting, they're kind of speaking in a mix of English and the other language, right?
Yeah.
I understand only the English part.
that's the struggle of the foreign missionaries here, because they like pick up words word by word,
Yes.
and then they'll think, okay, that doesn't make sense. What did he say? Like, oh, he said that. Okay, I didn't understand. Oh, he said this. And then if you mix fix it. It's not the same.
But it's not a problem. For example, the missionary can speak English all the time, and people will understand them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most
of the time.
Most
actually.
of the younger generations can understand English.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But like older people, they don't.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's kind of the same in China. For example, outside of the university, nobody speaks English, right? But inside there's younger people, right?
Yeah.
So they're university students. Even if they speak a little bit, they understand better. Yeah.
so this is like a big, like a major road in the city. Okay. So that's what it looks like with the roof on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they have like a design, like a leaf design for the roof. That's for the bus stop. And it will be here in the Philippines. The projects are really slow. So yeah, if there are road repairs, it'll take some months. Or even
When I
years.
was living in the United States, I was in Salt Lake City, right? Just before they have the Olympics in 2002, they had the Winter Olympics. The few years prior to the Olympics, they're kind of putting the reforming the city, the whole city, right? So the people there used to go, oh, there's two seasons here, summer and construction. no, winter and construction, right? And I was there the whole time, right? So constructions all the time. They kind of put the train system in the. They didn't have the train system.
Yeah, the tram.
Yes, a lot of things there. I was also there when they built the new tabernacle. The conference center.
The conference
right?
center,
Yeah. So
Oh,
I remember
okay.
watching the last conference in the old tabernacle, and
Yeah.
the next one, the new one, the
Oh, wow.
new conference center.
Actually, when I went there in Provo, MTC, we had a 1P day where all the international missionaries are allowed to go to Salt Lake and have a tour in the
in
temple,
the Temple Square.
Temple Square, yeah.
Okay.
So I went to the old tabernacle. It was beautiful, and then we went inside the conference center. Massive.
Yes.
And it's really interesting. But we haven't the chance to go to Salt Lake Temple because I think it was the time where it started to renovate.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have a chance to go there. But I heard when they do their endowments, that time they do live.
Yes, there's not a movie like in the other temples. Yes, kind of a.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I asked the senior missionaries who are serving in the temple right now, like, how was it? How do they do it? Like, oh, they're just a bunch of temple ordinance workers, just like us. Ordinance workers. They just memorize their lines, and wow, they're really good at it.
So what's the name of your university?
Sorry.
So what's the name of your university? Are they specific for medical, or they have other courses too?
They have other courses as well. So our university is called Southwestern University, SWU. Southwest University, Pinma. So it has a new owner right now, Pinma. Before it was not other management.
Was it a private university?
Yeah, it's a private university. So it offers mostly health-related courses.
Oh, okay.
So they have pharmacy, dentistry, optometry, medical technology, and we have School of Medicine as well. There are a lot of universities as well that is solely medicine, like medical course. So this is what we call colon, like that, COLON. This is like it's rush hour. This is like near Times Square.
Oh, okay.
If you stand in the middle, it's like Times Square. Like people cross here and there.
Oh, okay.
Have you tried any fruits here?
Any
Fruits?
like is there any
Mango?
mango? Oh,
You love mango?
yeah, I love mango.
Is there mangoes in?
Yeah, mango is very common in Brazil too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot you're from Brazil. You have the same.
Yeah, Brazil is tropical country. Yeah, we have a lot of
country,
fruits
so
in Brazil.
most of the bananas in US are from Brazil, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I grew up in a house, so we have a big backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So we had avocados there. We had cashew. We had grapes. We had berries. We had how do you say papaya?
Papaya, yeah.
And I don't know the other one in English, but it's another fruit. The star fruit.
Oh, the star fruit.
Yeah, if you cut them in the way it shapes like a star.
Is it sour?
If you get it a little bit greenish, it's kind of a little sour.
Yeah.
But if you wait for grape, and then it becomes kind of a.
We're here in Cebu.
It's not. We had a papaya too, but it's not papaya that I was meant. I meant I forget. Yeah. Guava? No, guava.
Goiabano.
It's goiaba in Portuguese. I don't know.
Goiaba?
Goiaba. We call it. In Portuguese, it's called goiaba. But let's see in English here.
Because we have a fruit named Goiabano.
Goiabano. Okay, that's probably not it, but let's see here. Guava. Guava. In English. Is it?
Yeah, there's a
okay.
guava here.
Guava.
There was a guava back home in the backyard. New Star is a 5-star hotel.
Oh, okay. The mall is here.
Yeah, that mall is there. That's like very expensive.
Oh, they're not finished yet. Are they still constructing?
The one constructed is it's a Coliseum.
Oh, okay.
So
Like okay.
like where
Sports arena.
sports or concerts or things like that. So SM is one of the like biggest companies here in the Philippines. They own a lot of malls here.
Okay.
Yeah, the Cube.
Okay, that's their logo, right?
Yeah.
Their logo.
Yeah, maybe we can go there inside of some, you know. That New Star there's a casino there, and then those two.
So casino is not illegal here.
No,
Okay.
it's just people don't go there. Rich people. It's not crowded as in US. Like there's a lot of people
Because
playing.
there's a lot of countries that are made illegal, right?
Oh yeah, there's some. But here it's
in my country is illegal.
Oh,
So a
really?
lot of people they go to the neighbor countries to go to the casino, like Paraguay. They go to.
It's very expensive there. Like it's for a night you pay like 100,000 pesos just for a night.
No, usually, yeah, really? Because for example, in Las Vegas, usually the hotels are very cheap
Really?
because they want you to stay in the
Stay,
hotel,
yeah.
so they go to the casinos in the hotel. That's where you lose the money. The casino, right? They make the
Yeah.
hotel very cheap.
Yeah.
When I went there, I went there for visiting, right? I want to get to know Las Vegas before I went back to Brazil. So I was kind of find a hotel, kind of outside of the city, kind of because I thought the big hotel, the famous hotel, would be very, very expensive. And then I find out no, they're kind of even cheaper than the one that was outside of the city. Oh
Really?
my goodness! And then so why not stay in a good hotel?
That's interesting. Because here it's the opposite. It's very expensive.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like,
there
only
too.
rich
Yeah.
people can go there. Like.
But and then you find out their way of making money is not from the hotel. It's because for example, every hotel have their casino on the first floor.
Yeah.
So if you stay in the hotel, you're more likely to play the casino in the same hotel, right?
Yeah.
And the food is also very cheap there. Food.
Oh wow. So they really want you to stay there.
Yeah.
So this is where we're gonna go. But we went here like we went here last night. I don't know if they're open. The food stalls are open during the day, but we'll see.
Okay.
If it's not, we can just go right to the SMC and the SM.
Okay. Okay.
It's near. It's called Il Corso. Does that mean anything to you? Corso? Il Corso? No? Maybe it's just the name. This is where the ferries pass by to go to other islands. So they pass under that bridge, going to the pier.
So when you want to go to the other islands, you probably would go with a ferry.
Yeah, ferry would be the
Wow.
cheaper way to go there. Like this Friday we'll go back to our place because it's my birthday of my sister.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll take the ferry going all to the other island.
That's Lapu-Lapu, right?
Yeah, that's not Lapu right there. So if you see in the farthest, there's another bridge. That's the bridge.
Yeah.
I think you took.
Yes, after, yes.
That's going to the airport. Sunrise and sunset.
Yeah.
A lot of people go like jog here.
Oh yeah.
Just set some like camping chairs here and then relax.
Yeah, they got food here and
They
eat
got food
here.
there, yeah.
Water always makes a good view, right?
Oh yeah.
But people, they get in the water here because there's no beach here, right? Is there sand here? No sand.
There's no sign that you can't swim here.
Yeah. Sorry? What?
Do you like hang out on the beach?
Yeah, when I was a kid, my father would always take us a vacation time to the Balneário Camboriú. The name of the city is very famous now. It becomes when I was a kid, it was a very nice place to go, but now it becomes an icon in Brazil. Kind of a lot of companies go there, build those big buildings. Now become a beach for the rich people. So my brother, last year, he took a trip and then he goes and visit that place again. It's almost irrecognizable from the time when we were kids. Because, for example, the whole orla of the ocean, like a lot of high buildings, very luxurious building. So millions of dollars to buy an apartment there. But it brings a lot of memories. We used to have our vacations with my father there when we were kids.
But in China, it's
in
far
China, I never been into the beaches in China.
I
always in the interior. Never been to a city that was close to the beach.
That boat. That boat came from our island.
That one?
That one, that one approaching here.
Oh.
Yeah. I can tell by the color. It's blue and white.
Oh.
And it's from that direction.
Oh, okay.
I knew that it came from.
For example, I read about the Philippines is composed about more than 7,000 islands, but there must be a very small.
Actually, if you count all the small ones, it's 7,107.
7,107. It's a
And
lot of islands.
when it's high tide, those numbers get.
Okay. Well, high tide they disappear. Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of sandbars, especially in our place. There's sandbars. There's islands where like it's like underneath it's like an umbrella. So in the surface it's an island, but if you go deep, it's more on.
Oh, okay.
It's deep, and people go there for snorkeling. There's tons of corals, like marine. Beautiful. I've tried snorkeling, and yeah, it's a whole new world down there. So it's
Yeah, must be.
It's getting the sun is
Yes.
hitting. It's kind of holy. So since we went to Ayala, that SM is quite bigger than Ayala.
Is it bigger?
Yeah.
Oh, even bigger.
During nighttime, this is full of food stalls.